to the show. I am your host, Suzanne Monk, host of the original All Trump News Periscope cast, Trump Talk US, right here on the Scope. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the show. I wanted to start off. I have done a little bit of, I'll jump into the news, but I took a little bit of time to glance at Donald Trump's page in the press release section. If you go into the media section, there's press releases, there's announcements, there's in the news articles. There's a lot of interesting stuff that the Trump campaign is sharing. And I'm mentioning that because it's the kind of articles that we're going to want to share and reshare, because they're articles showing both the ineptitude and just devastation that Hillary Clinton would bring to this country, and some of the great things that the Trump campaign is actually doing that the media isn't going to talk about. So, DonaldJTrump.com /media. Click in there in the press releases. All of those, lots of little gems that you wouldn't find if you don't click around. So that's my advice to you. Everybody is in the news, all freaked out about Donald Trump not spending any ad money. Of course, that ends tomorrow. Tomorrow, a whole new set of ads will go out in Florida, Ohio, Iowa, many of the battleground states. About $5 million worth of ads will be going out. Donald Trump is actually doing great financially, you guys. He's got about $100 million in the bank. So far, there have been two super PACs as well as the NRA who have been doing anti-Hillary ads. So there's already places, even here in Illinois, where we see anti-Hillary ads. Yeah, I'm sure you'll start to see more and more ads in places like New Jersey and here as we go forward. But we're already seeing some of those PAC ads even in Illinois. And definitely in Pennsylvania, you guys are going to see a lot of ads. But what's interesting is that the Hillary Clinton campaign has spent about $51 million. And we're still very close to the polls. The LA Times daily tracking poll still has us within 1 or 2 points of Hillary Clinton. So, as much as the Real Clear Politics average polls and some of the other Gravis polls and the other polls have shown Hillary having large leads, there are also several polls that show differently. The polls actually are so unreliable and so skewed at this point. I think we're going to have to go forward from here pretty much ignoring what the polls are saying. I'm looking to the rally sizes, looking to getting out the vote, looking to the kind of revenue that Donald Trump is able to raise. As you can see, he is raising equally with Hillary Clinton, but he's not spending. He's not wasting all of that money like Hillary Clinton. So if he's raising as much money as she is, and he's not spending it as wastefully as she is, that's going to do better. That's going to do better. Garfield, what's my favorite thing about Trump? There's a lot of things that are my favorite thing about Donald Trump, but I have to say his outsider status, coming in not as a politician, somebody who looks at the world from a fiscally responsible position, someone who's run companies, who's signed paychecks, who understands what the tax structure does, who understands what the rules and regulations that government imposes on a company do, who understands society and the economy from a point that is not a politician who's been sitting up in Washington and doesn't really ever enjoy or suffer the consequences of their actions. So, it's all right. The Trump town in Chicago is all right. So, I do want to thank the NRA. I mean, the NRA has been doing some great anti-Hillary and pro-Trump ads. So, if you get a chance, if you are an NRA member, great. If you're not into being a member, that's also great. But if you want to send them a letter and say, hey, thanks, great. So, latest smear on the Trump campaign. Everyone's talking about the new campaign. If you go into Google, oh my gosh, you guys. If you go into Google and just click, just write Trump and then click on the news tab, like I tell you to do all the time when Google goes crazy. It is just article after article after article talking about how the new campaign people are a desperate move and the campaign is crumbling and this is the death nail, and on and on and on and on and on. It's not true, you guys. None of that is actually happening. In fact, there are other analysts talking about how a great a fit these new campaign people are. And as you mentioned, we are getting to the point where we are going to need to do some new ad spending and some advertising. Steve Bannon, absolutely great in that position. Made films, Breitbart News, does radio, so great. But like I said, I was going to look up some facts on Kellyanne. I'll do Steve Bannon a little bit more tomorrow, but this is what I learned a little bit about Kellyanne Conway. She worked for Newt. She worked for Mike Pence. She also worked for Fred Thompson. So she's worked for some great candidates, and everyone wanted to mention that she had worked for Ted Cruz. She did not work for Ted Cruz. She was the president of a PAC that supported Ted Cruz. So in that once removed situation, she did work for Ted Cruz. But more likely how she's on this campaign is that she worked for Mike Pence and obviously did a wonderful job putting him in the governor's seat there in Indiana. She's 49, married, has 4 kids, lives in New York City. She's a lawyer, but she has been in politics, in polling, and has a company about women in polling, which is one of the great things. Everyone was so worried that Donald Trump isn't going to reach out to women, and this is such a great bring on the campaign for that exact purpose, because that's what she does. She has Woman Trend, which is an organization that literally polls and studies women and what women are going to do. So Donald Trump has, in this campaign, led with white women much of the time when polled. So continuing to move forward, pulling in some more of those soccer moms, those security moms. We all remember the security moms of Romney's era. They still don't want to vote for Hillary Clinton, okay? They don't want to vote for somebody who's going to bring in terrorists as fast as they can under the guise that they're refugees and we're helping them when we know our enemies are infiltrating those populations. They don't want that. So this is a way that we're going to get that women vote, and we only need a certain percent. Women want jobs more than anything. What the Democrats repeatedly ignore when they try to pander to the women vote is that women are the bread earners and the budgeters of the family, and they want jobs and money and resources to be able to do better things for their family, feed their family better, clothe their family better, send their kids to better schools. That's what moms want. That's what women want. They're a little less concerned about all of these reproductive issues and a little more concerned on how they pay for college and how they send their kids to school. So, and they certainly don't want Hillary Clinton sending them off to random wars in Libya and God knows where, because this is what Hillary is about. Everyone wants to think that the Democrats are low war. They're not. They're not. Hillary Clinton is happy to expand. She's the one. Obama's been the one who wanted to drone. Hillary Clinton is the one who wanted to have boots on the ground, who wanted to push the red line. This is Hillary Clinton. If you want boots on the ground in Syria, in Libya, and all these places for years and years and years with no strategy, no exit strategy, and more nation building, you want Hillary Clinton. If you want no nation building, security, and the end of ISIS, and the appropriate use of our troops, you want Trump. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, thank you. I love women bringing home the bacon. Pig icon. Absolutely adorable. So let's talk about the rallies a little bit. And then I want to, there's a bunch of rallies coming up in the next couple of days, and we're going to see a lot more rallies. Hillary Clinton, where is she? Where is she all week? She's not doing anything. No events till Sunday. You know why? She has no stamina. She has health problems, she has health issues, and she has no stamina. She can't even participate in the campaign. How's she going to run the country? She can't wake up at 3 o'clock to take that call. And we already know that she doesn't. So, yeah, Hillary had to have sleepy time for the rest of the week. While Donald Trump, this is what Donald Trump is going to be doing for the rest of the week. Friday, he's going to be in Dimondale, Michigan at 5 p.m. Saturday, he's going to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia at 6 p.m. Monday, he's going to be in Akron, Ohio at 7 p.m. Wednesday, in Jackson, Mississippi at 7 p.m. Yeah, Trump's out there. He's doing interviews. He's hitting the trail. He's talking to people. He's delivered great speeches recently. Hillary can't even hold a press conference in the last 250 some odd days. Lying makes Hillary tired. I think it does. I think it really does make Hillary tired. Let's do my Trump Tuesday of the day, and then I'm gonna open up for some question and answer because I always like to be able to do question and answer. Let's do the Trump reason of the day. Trump reason of the day, you guys. Donald Trump is thrifty and he's money smart, and you can tell by the way he's spending money in this campaign, and definitely the way he spent money in the primaries. He beat 16 of the most well-funded Republican candidates in the Republican Party history on a tiny little budget that he funded himself. A tiny little budget. He spent very little money. And here we are, very well poised in the polls to overtake Hillary Clinton, fighting against obvious bias, ready to spend huge coffers, ready to spend right at the peak time when it's time to start hitting Hillary Clinton ahead of the election. Donald Trump knows how to spend money, and he knows how to spend money wisely. He's thrifty because he's a businessman. He earns the money that he spends. He knows how hard it is to raise money. He's raised money for charity. We all saw it in the Celebrity Apprentice and The Apprentice. He knows how hard money is to come by, so he knows how to spend it. He knows how to take advantage of things like WikiLeaks, the earned media, and he has done all of that through the campaign and will continue to do so. And that's why I support Donald Trump. I want a candidate who doesn't just blow $500 million to try to be elected president, who says, you know what, no, maybe I can do it on $100 million and still get all the down ticket races supported and funded and not waste a bunch of money. Just take the message to the people. That's what's happening. So that's my Trump reason of the day. He is very thrifty, very money smart, and you can see in the way he ran his campaign, that's how he's going to run the country, and that's going to be a real game changer. So let's open it up to question and answers. What are you going to do with that banner when Trump gets crushed? I don't have to. I have no plan for that because I'm quite confident that Trump will win. And then I plan to drive around the city waving it fanatically. So, what else do you have? That's not a question. You have to ask questions. If it's in the form of a question, thank you. You are very welcome. Unless you just give me a compliment, then I'm going to say thank you to. It's question and answer, not random statement and answer. Because then I'm just talking back. You got to ask a question. That's again, not a question. The question, let me just start. The question has a question word, who, what, when, where, how, and then a question mark at the end of it. So, we'll see. I'll wait a few more minutes. No. What are you feeling about the new Trump statutes? Oh, that's a good question. I don't care. I don't care about the new Trump statutes. I know some people are offended and they think it's disrespectful. You know, we have seen so much disrespect. Frankly, if the artists want to go out of the way and make themselves a little name on making some imaginary versions of naked Trump, great. You know what it means? It means Trump's in their head. He's in their head. So, let him do it. That's my thing. If Hillary was hard with emails, who will take her place, or will Trump automatically win? I don't think they're going to charge her. I don't think they're going to charge her. And I think that they're trying very hard to make sure that they don't have to charge her. If they were going to charge her, they would have already brought up somebody other than Bernie in the primaries, and they wouldn't have given it to her. They don't care about her health. They don't care about what she's done criminally. They don't care about any of that. So that's my opinion. She never will. Correct. Loretta Lynch will never charge her. If she breaks down, that's a possibility. She could actually have a stroke before the end of the campaign. I don't know what happens. Does Joe Biden jump in? Whatever. If that happens, the momentum of the campaign will be so horribly destroyed. I know the Democrats want to think that, if we just get rid of this flawed candidate and we just bring in who? I mean, who are you going to bring to Joe Biden? He plagiarizes and speaks with his foot literally in his mouth. So, no. Biden's lost several times. He's already a loser. We already know he loses. So, that's actually, I'd prefer Biden at this point. Okay, so, will Trump donate money to the flood victims of Louisiana? I don't know. I know he's mentioned them, and he has Hillary mentioned them. I know he's mentioned his concern for them, so he's at least lending his voice to the cause. I don't know what Hillary's doing. So it would be nice. I mean, at this point, the problem is that the candidate can't go around giving money to things because it looks like he's bribing people. And there's actual rules about who he can give money to while he's running for president. So it changes things a little bit. But that's not really a question, Ronald. I would like him to go to LA and Chicago, but I think he's going to come to these bigger cities a little bit later on in the campaign, and as it brings the right kind of press, because they also bring a lot of protests. So he might go to Baton Rouge. I don't think anybody wants him down there right now because it's too much of a mess. But he is he's going to be in Jacksonville on Wednesday, which is in fact at least down in that direction. Yes, everybody needs to watch Clinton Cash. That's absolutely correct. No, I don't think he's coming to Baton Rouge yet. There's no reason to... There's other states he can't win. He still speaks there. The reason is to get Hillary Clinton to spend money everywhere. It's a basic strategy. Help her waste her money. We do better. Very, very basic strategy. Oh, you just got notification on Twitter. Great. Because you do both. Some are teleprompter speeches, some are off-the-cuff speeches. This is what I love, is Hillary Clinton actually delivered a insult about Donald Trump speaking off a teleprompter that she read off a teleprompter. This is a woman who read the word sigh. Okay? So, come on. He does a great job whether he's on the prompter or speaking directly, and he can do both quite eloquently, and that's a benefit more than anything. He probably will have more rallies in Texas. I think Texas is a state that's in play, and but a lot of the battleground states more than anything. You don't hear about the rallies until just a couple days before because we don't want to let the protesters build up a lot of time. That wasn't a question. Texas is solid red, and certainly you're going to see some rallies down there, but more in the battleground states. I'm pretty sure Texas isn't any more in play than Arizona. It's just what they're saying. That it's not really the case. Are there any issues? I'll answer that question. Are there any issues that I disagree with Trump? Yeah, there are issues I disagree with Trump. I am a pro-choice person, and Trump is a pro-life person. But as in that issue, Trump is not a vicious pro-life individual. He has not been somebody who has pushed the issue viciously in the law. He's not pushed it viciously in the campaign. He's a fiscal issue guy. He's not a social issue guy. And as a woman voter, I don't just vote on one issue. So while I am happy to disagree with my candidate about various issues, I don't have to agree. I've never agreed with every candidate I've ever voted for on every single issue. And I dare any of you to say that you have, because no one has. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I agree with many of the policies, far more of the policies than I do of Hillary Clinton. And I actually feel that Donald Trump will have more interest in respecting the rule of law, things like not funding abortion. I do not support the government funding of abortion in any way. I support certain limits in the time frame of a pregnancy. I don't support, late-term abortions. So these are things that I actually can come to find middle ground with, and I think that's one of the things that we do as Americans is find middle ground with a candidate. We don't necessarily agree with everything they say lockstep. I don't think we should fund Planned Parenthood. No, I don't think that the government should have any funding in the abortion industry. Just because not everybody thinks like me. Other people think otherwise. It's not fair to use taxpayer dollars to fund things they find to be abhorrent. It's just not fair. I don't think we should make the government make Christian bakeries make gay cakes either. So I disagree with far more that yes, this is the thing. I disagree with a lot more things with Hillary Clinton than the one or two things that I might disagree with about Donald Trump. So let's do hotties, you guys. Love the hottie today. Love her, love her, love her. Just because, just so gorgeous eyes. just everything, and she just looks happy, like she's ready for America to be great again, and she knows it's gonna happen. So let me just share. We'll just share. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She has the look of being mixed, which is great. Some of the most beautiful models are mixed models. It just is what it is. What are you gonna do? That's the hottie for the day. So, let's do this part. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Trumpetarian, and that's hilarious. No, you can email me trumptalkus@gmail.com and email me anything, any information, or random hate and or love mail. Good audience tonight. Yeah, thanks you guys. You know what? Both the dissenters and the supporters, I just want to thank you guys for being polite, good conversation, good debate. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to share information here on Donald Trump, and we're happy to have people who don't necessarily support him or who are questioning come on here and ask questions, as long as everybody's respectful. So I really appreciate when you guys do that. Absolutely fun. You can watch all of our back episodes, www.trumptalk.us. That's our YouTube channel. And of course, you can find us on Trump Talk US on Facebook. That's where I will post all the shows. I'll post the hotties. Everybody, as I always say, get out there, share information. If you're for Trump, share information. If you're for Gary, great. I actually hope you guys promote Gary, because I believe that Gary Johnson polls more votes from Hillary than Donald Trump. So, hey, vote for Gary if you want. Vote for Jill Stein. Stay home. Or vote for Trump. Really vote Trump, because that's going to be your best vote. And that's going to be our show, you guys. We will be back again tomorrow with more news, more information. Me and Little Trumpy. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support. 81 episodes. We'll see you again tomorrow. More trumping. Keep it Trumpy.